In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where stars whispered ancient secrets, 7 shadows glided with silent determination. Their black armor melded seamlessly with the void, masking their presence from prying eyes. They were the pinnacle of Federation strength, the last hope against encroaching darkness. Enemy warship sighted. Captain Kane's voice barely rose above a breath, his gaze fixed on the looming behemoth ahead. Prepare for infiltration. Tension crackled through the cramped confines of their spacecraft as they edged closer to their target. The enemy vessel hung like a spectral specter against the backdrop of stars, a formidable fortress guarding untold horrors. Lieutenant Harper's fingers danced across the control panel, weaving a cloak of invisibility around their ship. Stealth protocols initiated, she murmured, her eyes flicking to the readouts. We're undetectable. With bated breath, they slipped through the outer defenses, threading their way through the web of enemy sensors. Each heartbeat echoed like a drumbeat in the silence, a constant reminder of the peril that awaited them. As they neared the warship, its metallic hull gleamed like a beacon of danger in the darkness. The soldiers exchanged wary glances, their resolve steeling against the unknown. Keep your wits about you. Sergeant Ramirez's voice was a low growl, his finger hovering over the trigger of his rifle. We're entering hostile territory. The corridors of the enemy vessel stretched before them like a maze of shadows, concealing untold dangers within. Every step was a gamble, every corner a potential ambush. Enemy patrol, 12 o'clock. Corporal Chen's voice was a whisper, barely audible over the thrum of their own heartbeat. Prepare for engagement. The soldiers melted into the shadows, their weapons primed and ready as the patrol swept past. Time seemed to stand still as they waited, breaths held in anticipation. Clear. Lieutenant Harper's voice broke the silence, a flicker of relief in her tone. Let's move. With cautious steps, they pressed deeper into the heart of the warship, each corridor a silent testament to the dangers that lurked within. Their mission loomed large in their minds, a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. Central Data Core ahead, Captain Kane's voice cut through the silence, his gaze fixed on the distant chamber. Stay sharp, everyone. We're almost there. With hearts pounding, they advanced into the belly of the beast, their fate hanging in the balance as they prepared to confront the horrors that awaited them within. As the soldiers crept closer to their objective, a sense of unease settled over them like a shroud of darkness. The corridors grew narrower, the air thick with tension as they edged toward the Central Data Core. Approaching the Central Data Core, Captain Kane's voice was a whisper, his eyes narrowed with concentration. Maintain readiness, everyone. The soldiers nodded grimly, their senses on high alert as they prepared to breach the heart of the enemy warship. But as they reached the entrance to the Data Core chamber, disaster struck. Captain, we have a problem. Lieutenant Harper's voice trembled with urgency, her fingers flying across the control panel in a desperate bid to rectify the malfunction. The stealth protocols have failed. We've been detected. A surge of panic rippled through the group as alarms blared throughout the warship, casting them into a deadly dance of shadows and light. Enemy forces mobilized with ruthless efficiency, converging on their position with deadly intent. Change of plans. Captain Kane's voice cut through the chaos, his eyes blazing with determination. We'll have to fight our way through. Stay together and watch each other's backs. With weapons drawn, the soldiers plunged into the maelstrom of battle, their training and instincts their only guide in the swirling chaos. Blaster fire erupted from every direction, casting flickering shadows against the metallic walls as they fought for their very survival. Covering fire. Sergeant Ramirez's voice rang out above the din, his rifle spitting hot plasma as he laid down, suppressing fire to keep the enemy at bay. Keep moving forward. Bullets whizzed past them like angry hornets, each impact sending shockwaves of pain reverberating through their bodies. But still, they pressed on, their determination unyielding as they fought tooth and nail for every inch of ground gained. Corporal Chen, how much longer? Captain Kane's voice was strained with urgency as he watched their progress, his eyes flicking to the flickering holographic interface. Sweat beaded on Corporal Chen's brow as he worked frantically to access the central data core, his fingers dancing across the interface with feverish intensity. Just a few more seconds, he gasped, his voice strained with effort. Almost there. But even as hope flickered like a dying ember, a hail of enemy fire rained down upon them, forcing them into a desperate retreat. The soldiers ducked and weaved through the chaos, their hearts pounding with adrenaline as they fought to stay alive against impossible odds. "We can't hold them off much longer." Lieutenant Harper's voice was a desperate plea, her eyes wide with fear as she glanced at her comrades. "We need to fall back." But Captain Kane's resolve remained unbroken as he watched Corporal Chen's progress with bated breath. With a final burst of effort, the data core interface flickered to life, the vital information downloading into their secure storage units. "Got it." Corporal Chen's voice was a triumphant cry amidst the chaos, his eyes alight with relief as he glanced at his companions. "Let's get out of here before it's too late." With the precious data secured, the soldiers made a desperate dash for their waiting spacecraft, dodging enemy fire and narrowly avoiding destruction at every turn. With a burst of thrusters, they soared into the void, leaving the enemy warship behind them in flames. As they hurtled through the endless expanse of space, the soldiers knew that their journey was far from over. But with courage and determination burning bright within their hearts, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the darkness of the cosmos.